Y'all remember that game that we used to play in school called telephone, where the teacher used to tell one student one thing and it used to go around the whole room, and by the time it got down to the last student, that message would be nowhere near what the teacher said? That was a funny game. It was real fun when we were kids, but it's not so fun in real life. In fact, depending on what it is, it can have lasting, damaging effects on people's lives. Why do people gossip and what to do about it? Let's go. Thanks for watching that, Christian fam. If growing in the faith is important to you, hit that subscribe button, because over here we like to encourage, empower, and give you everyday real life practical Christian advice on real life situations. We drop videos every Tuesday and Friday at 10 a.m. Central Standard Time, so tune in and hit that notification bell, because for the first half hour we respond to comments immediately. All right, y'all, why do people gossip and what to do about it? Now, obviously God takes this really seriously, because in Exodus 23:1 it says, I ain't no journalist, but y'all know what's up. It says, you shall not spread a false report. You shall not join hands with a wicked man to be a malicious witness. And even in the 10 Commandments, it says that you shall not bear false witness against your neighbor. Why was this so important back then? Well, back in those days, and even today, based on the report or based on what the neighborhood or the community said about you, it would really put your livelihood and even your life in jeopardy. If someone said that you did some sinful act by way of gossip or slander, it could cost you your life. You could get stoned in the middle of the community. You could be thrown in prison. You could have your livestock taken from you. All of these things could happen based on a report of someone and what the community thought or what they believed. So now you can really see why God really took this as a serious matter. So if it's so serious, why do people do it? I'm about to give you 5 reasons why people gossip. Number 1, a lot of people are just insecure. They look at other people around them who they perceive to be further in life than them or higher than them, and instead of them striving to reach higher for themselves, they would rather reach up and pull you down by their words, because they're intimidated by you and there's something within them that they don't feel good about. So instead of building you up, they want to pull you down, and therefore they feel better about themselves simply by pulling you down with gossip. Number 2, and this really happens, money. Some people will spread lies on you simply because you want the same position that they're seeking. And instead of beating you fair and square, they would rather spread lies about you. They would rather spread gossip about you simply to diminish or slander your character. And therefore, you're eliminated from the position simply because they spread some bad things about you that may or may not be true. Number 3, they have no life. Now look, if you have a life and you got a lot of things going on in your life, you don't have time to sit around and gossip about people. Look, I'm a very busy person. I have a job. I have my YouTube ministry. I'm heavily involved with my church, with virtual ministry and things like that. I have my wife. I have my children, who are my first priority after God. Trust and believe, I ain't got time to talk bad about nobody. I ain't up in your business because I'm too busy with my business. But when you don't have a life, you have nothing better to do. You're bored as fire, and you simply want to sound interesting by having a scoop or the latest scoop on someone. And again, this stuff may or may not be true, but you have nothing else better to do because you ain't got no life. If you agree with anything or this is adding value to your life, hit that like button and subscribe. Number 4, to exclude and include, meaning they don't want you to be a part of their group. They want to create a group and they don't want you to be a part of it. So they want to exclude you in order to include themselves. Again, that might go right back to insecurity, but it's a very horrible thing to ostracize someone else simply because you want to have a sense of belonging. Number 5, and this is a horrible one, they hate the God of you because they are a son or daughter of perdition. What is a child of perdition? You heard Jesus using this term when he's referring to Judas, meaning he is a traitor, a devil, a slanderer, and a false accuser. And you can look at John 17 verse 12 and John 6 verse 70. When you find out somebody's gossiping on you, how many times have you been like, why? Like, what did I do to you? Like, Why do you not like me so much? What did I do to deserve all of these horrible things that you doing to me? And the answer is really simple. It's not you. It's the God in you that they hate. And this even goes on in the church. Peep this. James 1:26 says, if anyone thinks he is religious and does not bridle his tongue, that means tame your tongue, control your tongue, but deceives his heart, this person's religion is worthless. There's no way you can say that you have the Spirit of God when you get joy out of tearing other folk down. So keep your money, keep your fake praise, keep your fake tears, because God sees the wickedness in your heart and he ain't pleased. What do we do when we find out somebody's gossiping on us? Here's two things you can do, and I promise you, you probably ain't gonna like it. Number one, you can bring it to their attention that you know about what they're doing and ask them to stop, which brings it to a peaceful conclusion. Number two, and this is the tough one, y'all, pray for them, bless them, and let it go. I ain't gonna cap. That's hard. But listen what Jesus says in Matthew 5 verse 44. He says, but I say to you, love your enemies. Whew, that's tough. Bless those who curse you. I'm sorry, it don't say all that other stuff I'm adding, but that's just what I'm feeling when I'm reading this verse. Do good to those who hate you. And pray for those who spitefully use you and persecute you. Gosh, dog. It is not easy to do what Jesus is asking of us. It's not easy being a Christian. It takes a whole lot of patience. It takes a whole lot of spiritual maturity, especially when it comes to matters like gossip. But I promise you, it's possible with the help of God. Y'all check out this video. People seem to like it, and I'm interested to get your feedback on it. So drop a comment if you can and check it out. If you gossip and you watching this video, you need to understand that your words can be very impactful. And even if it's true, or if it's not true, guess what? If it doesn't edify that person, don't spread it. We used to say something coming up saying sticks and stones may break my bones, but words can never hurt me. That's not true. Words hurt. So think about that the next time you go to gossip.
I'ma break through no limits. Go. Bet you can't match my living. Used to walk around looking all timid. Yeah. New vibe, better switch my pivot.